Boom, Mr. Steven Dixon. We are going. I was just saying, I think the third episode you've been on the show. I love the consistency of you coming back, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Based on social media, it looks like you live one of the best lives there is, man. You live in Europe 9 months of the year, then you come home and you golf, and then you get to tell it on here.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but no, I've got to step back from the golf a bit. I had a little tournament with my buddies there, and had some bad rounds, and yeah, I got to reset. I got to just take it easy now for a bit.
You've had the best clip ever on our, I don't know, social media where you go, I got good, and then I got bad again. Like to this day, that's arguably one of the best golfing clips we've ever had.
That was hilarious. Yeah, it was funny. You forget the mic's on you too, and I don't even know. I forget who I was talking to. Maybe
you were talking to dudes, I think.
Was I? Yeah. Just one of those things, yeah.
So what phase are you in now? Are you in the you're good now, or you're in the bad phase?
I'm in the bad phase.
You're in the bad phase?
I'm in the bad phase. Yeah, I went from the good, now I'm into the bad, and hopefully get back to the good.
That's awesome. Well, hey,
it is true. You know.
It is true.
Yeah.
I shot my best round a month ago. I shot an 84. I played yesterday. I shot a 102.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. No,
you tell me. I
think you're just excited to play at the beginning of the year. And if you're not playing a lot, like... And for me especially, like, I won't go get lessons or anything. So
me neither. I'm too stubborn.
It's my own fault, right?
I'm way too stubborn.
I'm sure if I went and got lessons instead of paying for rounds all the time, it'd probably help, right? But
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm a big get my buddy to film as I'm taking a drive or I'm taking a chip so I can look at the slow-mo version, and that's how I learn. At least that's how I critique myself.
Yeah.
And then I come home and I watch it a million times and I go,
Well, you just got to know what you're looking for, though, too, right?
I don't know what I'm looking for, though. No idea. So, congrats on the year. You won the championship. I have to give credit to you, but I also have to give credit to Cardiff's social media team.
Oh yeah, they're insane, eh?
You get in
a good way.
Yo, they're incredibly. You get an assist, and there's a picture of you smiling, saying, "Steve, like, not just you, but every player,
everybody." Yeah, they're very like they're. I don't have Twitter, but apparently on Twitter it's the same thing. And but
that's what I'm referring to. Twitter.
Yeah, so I don't have, but even on Instagram, there's stuff going on all the time. Facebook, so they do a good job of getting, especially the community too, engaged, and it does well for their ticket sales too. I mean, most games are sold out, so it's good. And it's good for friends and family at home following along, right?
Well, that's what I was attesting to. Like as soon as Drake Batherson scores, it's all over Instagram.
Yeah.
And some European teams are like, I don't see as much, but Cardiff on the ball with everything.
Yeah,
everything.
They're pretty good in that department for sure. Yeah.
You've been there for how many? 4 years now? 3 years?
Well, 3 years. Yeah.
You took a year off
because off with the COVID. Yeah. So 4 years, 3 seasons.
Well, hey, that's there must be a reason that you're sticking around there, other than the social media aspect. You seem to embrace the culture, and they've embraced you, type thing.
Yeah, it's Cardiff's a real special place to play. It's the Welsh are great people, and yeah, every game. I mean, the UK hockey's not the main sport, right? Not even close. Right? You got soccer, what they call football, and rugby, and those are huge sports there. But there's certain pockets there, and teams, Cardiff being one of them, where they have a real loyal fan base and a real good thing going where a lot of guys want to go there and play, and no, it's good to, but it's a lot of work on the organization's part too to kind of break through those other sports, you know what I mean, and get a loyal following. So it's a lot of work by them.
What are some of the tricks but what are some of the tactics that they're using to get a loyal fan base?
I think a lot of it's making it like a kind of a family night too, where and we have to be pretty after the games, there's always stuff where, you're engaged with the fans, and maybe they won't see that in other sports over there. I mean, if you go to a soccer game, I mean, they're pretty big games, but I mean, you're not going to get to interact with a player after where they have meet and greets all the time, and they're doing a lot. Same with say the Mooseheads or Screaming Eagles do here. A lot of school visits.
Okay.
Youth getting into the youth hockey and just getting out there and with the community. I think they try to make it like a, where you come Sunday afternoon, bring your, kids and, get that kind of crowd.
And hockey culture, or it's not hockey culture, but personalities within hockey are really good at embracing fans or strangers or just people they've met for the first time. I remember the first time we did this podcast at my mom's place 3 years ago. There was a part of me that was a little nervous when you came over, but then as soon as we sat down, I'm like, oh, this guy plays hockey. He gets it. He knows how to be a good, relatable person. And it's the same thing when going out to the community and just meeting people to try to convince them to join. Going to see your games. You just know how to embrace people.
Yeah, for sure. I think. Hockey players are definitely better at talking in person than like doing an interview during an intermission at a game. It's like you already know what the question is going to be and the answer. It doesn't matter. You can put 100 players there. It's going to be the same thing. But I mean, going and interacting with kids or families or fans or whatever, it's I think guys are a lot better at that.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's just easier to shoot the shit rather than talk about a forecheck. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I see it.
Exactly.
But back to the social media aspect, some of the things you're getting to do on off days, soccer games. You've been in some huge stadiums, man.
Yeah.
You're around.
In probably some of the coolest was the rugby. I think it was the Six Nations there where we got to a couple like Wales national team games, and that was just... I think they have like 75,000 stadium there, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, we got to, the soccer games. Cardiff City, when I first got there, Cardiff City was in the top league, so that was cool. They'd be playing like the Manchester Uniteds and all them, and that was awesome. But they got relegated, but it's still great. I mean, that second league that's high end. Like it's not, it's not bad soccer, so it's really good. And even London's pretty close on the train and stuff, so we got to a Chelsea game.
Oh yeah.
So that was stuff like that. You can get, you just got to find. It's hard finding the tickets, but well, just online. I mean, there's some resale stuff, but it's some of them you're not sure if it's legit or not, right? But
that's fair.
Yeah, but there's a lot going on there. A lot going on in the UK.
Is that a big appeal to playing there? Just like outside of the hockey, being attracted to other things?
I think so, yeah. I think the UK in general is just it's a pretty cool place to live. A lot of, like you said, a lot of different stuff going on, and there's good golfing too.
Is there?
Yeah, good golf, and even in Wales we had some great courses around there. But no, and I mean for a lot of hockey players, I think it's a league where everyone speaks English around you, right? So you're playing in a lot of countries in Europe where, English isn't the main language. So it's nice to be around, where everybody speaks English. There's not much difference from, my buddies came to visit me in Cardiff and they're saying, geez, it's basically the same as Halifax. It's on the water, there's lots of pubs. They're having a laugh. So it's not like you're living in a different world,
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Do you have a lot of Canadians on the team as well?
Yeah, I think the import rule, you're allowed to have like 14 or something.
14 Canadians? Or 14
imports. So I think it's 14 and 6 like homegrown guys.
Okay.
Yeah. It's either 13 and 6 or 14 and 6. I can't remember. So yeah, it's a lot of North Americans, Canadian guys.
Yeah.
And some European guys too, like Swedes or Finns.
Yeah.
But the most of it, a lot of them, from what I've seen, a lot of it's like Canadian coaches or American coaches, but mostly I think Canadian. So there's a lot of, they're bringing a lot of Canadian guys over.
Okay, sure. Wicked. Do they use you at all for like scouting or just like recruiting even? Just buddies out here? Yeah,
it's a bit of both. Yeah, maybe as you get older, right, and there's kind of know guys, and I think it's kind of open with everybody though. If someone has a connection or a friend, or it's kind of like that all over Europe, and so this year's a little different too for me. So I'm going to Glasgow this year in Scotland. So same league, but so I'm going more as in the role like playing, but as coaching side of it too.
Okay.
So kind of like the Reggie Dunlop thing there, slasher. But so now there's a little more like I've been talking to a few guys that I know, just if they don't have a contract, or guys maybe from around here, just to see if they'd be interested. So it's kind of a different side of it a little bit right now. So it's kind of fun.
Is that a side you've been preparing for throughout your whole career? Or is this something that just kind of popped up like as an offer last second? You're like, oh, that might work out.
Yeah, something that just kind of popped up. I mean, it's never really crossed my mind too much. To be fair, I don't even know if I'd be a good coach, but I mean, you never know till you try it, right?
Oh, 100%. You got to give it a shot.
So I think a lot of it would be probably, I mean, because I'm still playing too, so it'd be a lot probably video, and which is a huge part of the game now. So much. Oh yeah. There's so much video, and you know, breaking down your video, the other team's video, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. You know, that's the one part of the game I think that's changed a lot. Even after our games, I mean, by the end of the night, you get an email. I think it's Instat, and you got all your shifts, and you know, you get every highlight. But yeah, you can just break down all your shifts if you want to do that, if you're into that. I'm not so much, but like for me, it's kind of like a movie. You already know the ending. Like I already know what happened. But I mean, there is plays you can look at and say, oh, maybe I could have done something different there. But yeah. So yeah, I think that'll probably be a big part of it, just breaking down video.
Yeah. Well, it's come to a point that you've played hockey for such a long majority of your life. You know whether or not you had a bad shift or not. No one needs to yell at you anymore. Dixon, what the fuck was it? Yeah, I know. You've played. You know when you're playing well, and you know when you're not. Not that a video isn't going to help you. I'm sure maybe it does every now and then, whatever. But you've played for such a long time. You know what's up.
Yeah, and I think you know when you're having a good night or a bad night too, and you can kind of feel it early. And you know, if things are going good, you can maybe get a little more aggressive. If they're not, you kind of got to hang back a bit too. Right?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you did get into the coaching side or the video side of things, would you like to put a little spice on it? We all know hockey's a very traditional sport. It's black and white. It is what it is. It's a pretty simple game. Just fill your lane and forecheck, backcheck. You got to do what you got to do. But is there anything that you'd like to implement? I guess the Steven Dixon style of hockey into a coaching style?
No, not really.
No.
I think the one good thing is just I've been lucky enough to like experience a lot of leagues. So, I mean, you play in different systems. I mean, there's different systems in every league you play, no matter, you know, Finland, Sweden, or Russia, Germany, UK. So you get North America. So I've got to experience a lot of different styles and different systems, and had a lot of different coaches, and you know, seen some you know, good stuff and bad stuff. But you know, just taking a bit what you learn just from seeing and playing in those different styles. It's, you know, I don't think it can hurt, you know, just to bring a little bit of that, you know, what I've seen in different places and implement that maybe somewhere down the road. And like I said, if that's what I want to get into, but it's, yeah, just being able to maybe break down systems a little bit more, just where you see them so much, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's all comes through, you know, just experience, I guess, and
100%
playing it, right?
Well, I think there's a big difference between knowing a system and being able to teach it. Like I've had great coaches that know systems really well, but weren't able to relay it to me. And when I'm out there, I'm going in circles. Like I think relaying a system to a team and making sure they understand it, that's
a different animal. So we'll see how that goes too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
If you look at the NHL style of game, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you could correct me. But if you look at the style of game that the NHL is going towards, it's more leaning towards the European style than the rough and physical and 8 fights a game now. No?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I haven't. That's the thing. I don't get to watch much NHL when I'm away. Just,
oh no,
I see the highlights, but with the time change, right? You can't. It's hard to stay up for the games and stuff. But in the morning, you know, in the dressing room, we'll have the highlights on, so we just see all the highlights.
Okay.
But I've been watching tons of playoffs. I mean, the playoff hockey, it's been amazing. Yeah, it's. I mean, that's. I feel like the playoffs has got to be a lot different than regular season. Like it's a lot more physical, and yeah, it's been great to watch.
It's been unbelievable. I've been glued to the TV. Not that I'm not glued during the regular season, but some of these playoff games have been incredible to watch.
Oh, it's just awesome. Yeah, there's been some great series for sure. Really good series, and I mean this one now. I mean it's kind of. I mean I want to see Colorado win. Just like to see the games a little closer.
I know. Yeah, I know. Let's take a trip up to Colorado or Florida. Go down to Florida.
Yeah, like I'd obviously love to see McKinnon win the cup, but I mean, the 7-0 games as a fan aren't as fun to watch as maybe like the 4-3 in overtime, right?
That's fair. I don't think I stayed up to watch the third period of the last game. It was just too
Yeah,
much
it
of a
was
dominance.
exactly. Yeah,
My car is. I'm glad Gretzky said it, so I don't say it, and other people get upset. But could go down as one of the best defensemen in our game.
yeah, he's fun to watch. I mean, their whole team, like, geez, you got McKinnon and him, and it's scary. Like Kadri's not even playing right now either, right? So it's imagine you have him in the mix. It's crazy. Nikushkin, is it Nikushkin? The big,
Kucherov? Oh, who? What?
No, the big winger in Colorado, 13.
Nikushkin. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
but
he's playing out of his mind too.
Lights out.
Yeah, Burakovsky. Those guys are, man, they're great to watch.
I always think the revolution of hockey comes through NHL playoffs. Through the most effort comes revolution of hockey, I think. And I think hockey is slowly becoming a different sport as these playoffs go about. I think I saw a really cool tweet the other day about NHL GMs watching these series and realizing that they're not one or two players away from winning the cup. If you look how deep Colorado is and how many people, I think Bedard, what's the coach's name for Colorado? Bednar? Yeah. He's trucking out the fourth line. I think they're getting like 12 minutes a game, the fourth line for Colorado. How deep they are.
It's crazy.
And you look at these other NHL teams, and yeah, their top couple lines are really good. They have some really nice pieces, but if you look at Colorado,
you need a lot. I feel
a lot.
Yeah, you need a lot. And I mean, geez, yeah, like you said, if the fourth line's playing that much, I mean, it just takes. I mean, the quality of the shifts from the other guys are just automatically better, right? Because you're rested up. They don't have to play 30 minutes a night, right?
Yeah. Well, I remember when Sid won all of his cups. Not that he didn't have incredible playoffs, but the people around him became better. And I'm looking at McKinnon. McKinnon's having a great playoffs, but everyone around him is becoming better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the trend I'm seeing with these teams that are winning the cups, hence Tampa the past 2 years. Everyone around Stamkos, everyone around Kucherov, everyone around Point.
Around their top guys. Yeah.
Who's the guy for Tampa that played for Ottawa? That's Nick Paul?
Nick Paul, yeah, he's been great.
Just unbelievable. Some of these guys that are coming in and creating a name for themselves,
they get their chance. I mean, you get into the playoffs and, some guys, if you like playoff hockey, you're that type of guy and you get your shot like that on a good team and you make the most of it. I mean, you can, look at Patty Maroon. You can make a nice little, once you get known as a winner, you win something. It's, you make a nice little career there.
100%.
Yeah.
Know your role, stay within it. Good things can happen.
Yeah.
It seems like you know your role. You're able to live a life of a pro hockey player for X amount of years. And now you're coming out of it maybe slowly. I don't know what your transition is, but you can't be upset with the decisions that you've made over the past 20 years.
No, it's. I mean, longevity wise, it's been good going to Europe. I think for me, just it's been a good ride over there. I left kind of early compared to most standards, but no, it's been great. It's been I love living over there and got to experience some great cities and. So many friends in different countries and just those friendships. And everyone says it, like when you're done playing hockey, you don't really miss like when I took the year off, you don't really miss the hockey side of it. You miss playing, but it's more like your buddies and being around the rink with the guys all the time. That's the main thing, I think, especially as you get older. I mean, going back this year, after taking a year off, you kind of missed it a bit more. So I was in kind of a different mindset this year. I was just happy to be back playing and not. Yeah. I mean, when you don't do it or it's kind of taken away from you a bit, you appreciate it a bit more. So,
yeah.
I mean, this year, even if I had a terrible game, it was like, well, it's all right. It's still playing, it's like still get to go to the rink tomorrow, that type of mindset, which I think helped me a lot. I'm kind of laid back in general, but I was a lot more, it wasn't as much pressure, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you think coming back to Halifax in the summers and just having a good home base here makes you appreciate going and seeing the rest of the world and playing hockey all over the place? I always, not that I talk to your buddies, but every time a hockey conversation gets brought up around here, your name comes up every now and then. And when you come back here and you train and you do what you got to do in order to go over to Europe and play, do you think having a good support system, I guess you want to say, and just in coming back home helps you?
Oh, yeah. It's, I got, a great group of buddies around here and it's always fun to get back and whether it's golfing or skating or working out, whatever, it's No, we got a good group and have a good time, and it's good to see family too, family and friends, and it's kind of weird thinking that things haven't really changed since like junior, really. It's
Really?
well, you come home, you train, you do your thing, type of thing, and then you go back and play, right? So the summers are always you're just training, then you go back and you're back into a season, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of you're getting how do I say it? It's just you're kind of your routine's almost set for you, especially during the hockey season. It's like practice here, practice here. We're going on the road here, meal here, meal there. This time, this time, this time. So yeah, I think that'll be something when I'm done playing. You gotta kind of get used to or start making your own routine, I guess.
100%.
Which was last year when the season was canceled. I was still, made sure I got my workouts in. I was still skating at a certain time with Patty Holt and them, or skating with whoever buddies, and you just got to just kind of stay in some sort of routine, or it's not good.
It's
I guess it's like that with everything.
Well, that's the thing. You got a fridge and you're buying. There's a beer somewhere. It's like if you're not in the routine, it's like, oh, that fridge looks ugly. It looks pretty good. It's true. Not even in hockey, just in the sense of life, you got to find a routine and stick within it, because there's so many. This life is incredible. There's so many fun things to do.
No,
and if you don't stay within the routine, it's easy to get distracted, and then you're out the door.
Yeah, that's where you come home, you take your couple weeks off, you have a little, the bender with the boys and stuff, but after that, you're kind of like, all right, I got to get back in the swing of things here, right? Like you almost look forward to. Where before, when I was younger, I didn't really enjoy training per se that much. I mean, I did, but I used to just like skating. But now it's kind of you look forward. Okay, I get back in the gym, and it's kind of, I guess it's a good thing.
I remember I had this conversation with my buddy the other day. Like you'd go, I work a landscaping job, and then you just go play lacrosse. Like you didn't landscape all day. Like you're just fit. Nothing really affects you. And then you get older, and you're like, oh why is my elbow hurting right now? Let's go. And
I know.
You have to find a love for the training and the things like that.
No, exactly. Yeah. I mean, there were some days this year where I noticed it more. I'd say the first half of the year, it was my body actually felt better after taking a year off. Just those little kinks in your knee or your hip, or just stuff that kind of lingers around. I got back and I was like, oh, I feel, all those little things were gone. Just probably a year without the impact, getting hit and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just taking the year off. And then, later on in the year, we end up getting a lot of injuries. So it was, the ice time was going up, and then the groin started acting up a bit. And a couple days it was like, like I just need a day off here just to mend a bit. But everything worked out well.
I see that you brought your training gear here for. I don't know if you did that for the camera to show off a bit, but you're going to work out after this. But what does a training day look like right now for Steve Dixon? He's got his workout hoodie on and everything.
No, I just had to. Well, like I told you, the old car, I'm getting it fixed up right now, so I figured I'd come here and then go down. I just go to the YMCA.
Well, what are you doing down there? You stretching for the majority? Are you back
into the weights now?
Oh yeah,
weights and cardio. Yeah.
Okay. Got
through the executive workouts, with the sauna and the steam room. Now we're into the weights.
So the YMCA has a sauna down there, eh?
Sauna and steam there, yeah.
How often are you in the sauna and the steam?
I usually a couple days a week, a few days a week.
I
think I got that from Finland. Like living in Finland, they had a sauna in every apartment, and they love it there. So I kind of got hooked on them. So I do the Y, and then I go to our studios as well. Like
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, so it's more like it's like classes, right? So they got spin, they got a spin studio. The one in Dartmouth, Rebel, it's like boxing. I'm doing that one later today, actually. And then there's they have a Pilates and yoga, and then a hot yoga studio. So it's pretty good, actually. It just mixes up your workouts a bit, mixes up your cardio too.
You gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, like couple days a week I try to get into spin or boxing a couple days, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
We have a family cottage down in Bridgewater, and there's a lot of Germans on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to you, before they start building their cottages, they put a barrel sauna on the property.
Yeah.
Before they start building. That's how much they love to sweat in the sauna.
Makes
before
sense.
anything. Like before they build the house, they'll put a sauna on the property.
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I remember in Germany we had a place right next to the rink, and it was like a huge sauna house. They had like sauna classes where they wave the towels in your face. You ever see that?
Yeah.
They crank it up and they come around, wave the towels in your face, all that. They probably about 15, 20 different saunas and steams and stuff. It was awesome. So I literally go there like every day. I like really got into it. I loved it. It just makes you feel good, I think. I think it's super healthy too. Like it's just got to be good for you. You know, getting all the toxins out and all that stuff.
100%. I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast that if you go in the sauna 3 to 4 times a week past the age of like 40 till you're dead, it reduces the chance of you getting Alzheimer's by like 70%. No idea if it's true, but as soon as I heard that, I was like, I'd like to remember some stuff, so I want to get in the sauna. So it's like, it scared me. So I'm just like in the sauna at least 3 to 4 times a week at Good Life.
Yeah, no, it makes it. The Good Life has one, do they?
Great one.
Really?
You get in some weird conversations in it. But
that's some of the people. Every sauna is like that.
Oh, I'm in there telling guys my life story. Like you're in there for 40 minutes sometimes.
You want to go in for 20 and you're in there for like an hour. So it's hilarious.
The here's what I do. Because you go in there and it's not hot. You got to wait. And then
that's yeah.
So the trick is before I stretch at the end of my workouts, I'll go in, jack it up, and then I'll go stretch for 20 minutes. And by the time my stretch is done, the sauna's juiced, and then I go in. That's the trick.
Yeah. So, like I said, in Finland, you had them in every apartment. So I'd have one every. I was going a little overboard. Some days we had one in the dressing room. So after practice, I'd have one. You know, go for lunch, go throughout your day, and then like I found at night before bed, I'd get one, and I'd go in for 20 minutes, half hour. I'd sleep like a baby. Come out of there, have a cold shower, go to bed, and I was just out cold. And I don't know, made me felt pretty good doing it. So it was good, yeah.
The sweating.
No, that's it.
It's the best. It's I'm not lying. It's one of the reasons why I work out.
And that's why I specifically this summer, my buddy, he started doing. I used to do hot yoga like a long time ago, and I got away from it. And so this our studios. They have a hot yoga studio down. I started going to that this summer too, and that's basically you're just doing yoga and it's not as hot as a sauna, but it's you're getting the same sweat out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of I don't think I could ever go to like a normal yoga class. It's not my thing really, or Pilates. So they have like hot yoga, hot Pilates. I just find it when you're sweating and seeing the sweat, it's like okay.
Something's
I like
happening.
this. I'm getting something out of it a bit.
That's why you're in Europe, eh? You just love sweating.
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 Going to the saunas.
What are they? The bathhouses. You're just sweating over there. I don't blame you. I'd be doing that too. I'd be doing it too.
But it is nice seeing it. I mean, in Europe, for so many years, it's been, there's so many places to go like that. Now, they got there's a few around here, right?
Sensi Spa, yeah.
Sensi.
That's where they do the wave.
The Nordic Spa. Yeah, do they do the wave there?
They do the wave there, and they get snow, and they put the snow on top of the rocks, and then they'll squeeze oil. What's the oil called?
I don't know. I know what you mean.
They put this type of oil that has like lavender in it. And the room is hot, and it smells like lavender, and you have this lady waving a flag in you. It's unbelievable. And they're playing that song like... who can say what the road? You know that song? Like,
I know you mean.
They're playing that song, and then you're just sweating. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, it's good seeing those. Like, I just think they're great for people. Yeah. I think there'll be a few more popping up here shortly.
Yeah, New York has some good ones.
Really?
Yeah, like Russian.
The Russian ones.
Russian bathhouses.
They come in and have you ever done that? I remember in Russia we used to. So our trainer would be, the guy with I don't know what kind of, it's almost like a little tree, like, do you know what I mean?
It's a tree bush plant.
Yes, yeah.
I know it, yeah.
So we'd have like a recovery day, and we'd all like sit in the sauna and then lay down, and they'd come in with the things, and just like they just kind of whack you with it, like all over your body. But it's supposed to be good for blood flow or blood getting to the top of your whatever. So
some of the people that do that.
I remember the first time though, it's hard not to laugh.
Go.
Like, what? I looked in, everyone's getting hit with this bush. I'm like, what is going on? But it's actually not bad once you do it.
How close do they get up to like your face, or they're just like neck down?
I don't think they really get your face. Maybe they'll like brush it over, but it's more like, but when they're down on like your legs, it looks like they're cranking it pretty hard though.
Some people that do that swear that it like kills cancer in your body. Like the people that do it are just all in on it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. It can't hurt you.
No, it's I was watching a thing on, I don't know where I was watching this, about bathhouses in New York, these Russian bathhouses. These are where mobsters would go and have meetings because no one could wear a wire because your shirt's off, you're in your towel. So everyone trusted everyone that you could have a conversation and not have it recorded.
Smart. Yeah.
So everyone went to these bathhouses, and these bathhouses have been around for years and years and years.
Yeah.
There's some cool stories about them.
Oh, that's awesome. There's a place by Cardiff. It's called Bath, but they have like bathhouses there from like the Romans, like way back. Now like the main one's a museum, so it's pretty cool. You get to walk through and just see. They have kind of stuff they found, like artifacts or whatever. And just the main big bathhouse they had there. It's kind of like a big tourist thing there. Pretty cool to see how long ago people were doing this stuff too. Right?
I went to Europe when I was 17. I was too young. I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
There was so much history around me, and I'm just like, where's the bar?
Yeah.
You know, I wish I could go now.
Yeah.
And
it's all right to be like that too, but
yeah, well, yeah, it was a great time. I'm not regretting it.
No, I know.
We ran with the Bulls in Pamplona, in Spain.
Oh, wow.
We did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, but there was just so much around me. I just, what's that? Okay.
Yeah. No, it's kind of cool to check out, just the history there, the museums. Germany was really cool. They had so much just crazy history there, just to kind of learn about that. And even in the UK, right in London there's some great museums, even the modern history, just stuff like that you check out and take it all in.
I do have to ask you about your recent trip to Cabot.
Yeah.
How was it? And do you go in the water as much as I think you do with the cliffs? Like if you got a slice to the right, it looks like the ocean's right there. Well, it is. How does it work up there? Never been.
Yeah, a lot of it's beach too. So the beach is right there. There's balls flying in there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was awful. I played terrible. So we kind of just had a tournament, and a friend of mine I went to high school with, Dan Parker. So he's got a place right on the first fairway there of the links.
What's their Instagram page? Cabot House Link? Cabot?
Cabot. I believe it's Cabot Mines Golf House, I believe.
Yes. They follow us on Instagram. They have great social media presence. Yeah.
So it's that's Parker. He's it's built for like a golf trips. So you got each room's called the bunker. So there's two floors. Like it's like a chalet, but it overlooks the links. It's a beautiful place. So anyways, we go down, like 8 of us. It was the second year we did it. It's like a tournament, biff ball. Anyways, we go down and have a tournament, and it was awesome this year. We had one of the caddies there. He was a fisherman too, so they had like a big lobster thing the second night, the Saturday, I believe. But no, it's a good time. It's a lot of guys we grew up with, and with everyone's busy schedules, and a lot of guys have kids now and stuff, so you don't. It's hard to get everyone together as you get older. So stuff like that's pretty fun, especially going down to Cabot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's beautiful down there. The golf's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, the cliffs are nice. The links are nice. Have you ever played?
No.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. The links are nice too. Some people prefer the links over the cliffs. It just depends what you like, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down and form my own opinion on it.
Yeah, it's tough though. They're long.
Yeah,
long courses. Yeah, so we were doing. I think they do it based on based on handicap. But yeah, I had a rough outing. I'm taking a little break here now.
Yeah.
I gotta regroup.
You're at the frustration point.
I'm at the frustration point. Yeah.
I remember. So we were doing the Plumbers Golf and Us video last summer, and we were on the, I don't know, 8th hole, 9th hole, and you get a call from your buddy. And you're like, hey, he's like, hey.
That was the one. That was to go up to Cabot.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a camera crew. There's like a bunch of people around, and you're like, yeah, like someone dropped out. Like, I just got invited to go to Cabot. And you kept going on your phone. You're like, how far is Osprey to Cabot? And you're like, it's 5 hours, I think. Like, can I make it? Like, I don't have any clothes. And everyone's like, Dixon, just go. Just go. He goes, all right. You're like, I think I'm going to go. And we had like a big debate whether or not you're going to go. And you're just sitting there. You're like, I got no clothes. I got nothing. Should I go? Yeah, just go. Just go.
I can't remember if I went home or not. I might have just zipped right up.
I'm pretty sure you went right there from what you told me.
Yes, I think I zipped right there.
Right from Osprey. No clothes, nothing. You just went. Yeah. I love it.
So that got me in the tournament. So now I got invited back. It was good. It's good. So hopefully I get the invite next year too.
I remember looking at your Instagram like 8 hours later, and it's just you at Cabot. I was like, I just saw this guy at Osprey. What's he doing? It was amazing.
I do remember that. That was hilarious.
That was a great time. I played Osprey yesterday.
Yeah, Osprey's beautiful.
Played terrible, but it was beautiful. Fairways are great.
Yeah,
everything's awesome.
That's a great spot out there. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, nice drive too. I love that. Like, I love an hour drive to get to a course. Mm-hmm. Nice morning, wake up, you get your coffee, good conversation in the car ride out.
Yeah,
allows you to like unwind, and then you're good to go.
No, it's I really like playing there. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's fun.
We had a good laugh there. That was quite a crew we had.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
Dixon, or not you, Lund. I met Lund for the first time that year.
Yeah, I was with Lund. Friday night we had a friend's diaper party. He's having a kid, so he's
Lund's having a kid.
No. My friend Stu. Yeah.
Okay,
so he was home from Dublin, so we had a diaper party for him. We had quite a crew there too. It was good. It's good laugh. When, like I said, when you can get everyone together, which doesn't happen very often. I know. It's always fun,
and it's always this time of year. It's June, July.
Exactly. I find this year is more like hectic than ever, just in terms of. I mean, we've been locked in our room for 2 years. There hasn't been much going on with COVID rules, and so everyone's kind of getting back into the weddings and the bachelor parties and all that type of stuff. So yeah. Seems like there's a lot of weekends. You start looking at the calendar. It's like, oh, I got to leave here. You got a bachelor party here, or a wedding, bachelor party. So it's been kind of hectic.
I got a buddy that has been invited to, I think he said 24 weddings this summer.
It's insane.
He's like, I'm broke already. He's like, I can't. He's in Greece right now. He's like,
oh, it's insane though. Yeah, I just noticed there's so much more going on this summer. Just everything being, COVID's kind of. I don't know if it's over, but it's basically over, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the restrictions are
over.
Basically over. Yeah.
Every time I walk out and I see a mask, it reminds me. I go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forget.
I noticed that too because when I went to the UK. Last August, it was still fairly strict around here, with the COVID stuff. Yeah. When I got over there, it was kind of like, it was almost there, like everyone kind of got it early. And I don't know, it was kind of like you got over there, the mask was off. There was no one really talked about it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, didn't cross my mind really much at all throughout the whole time I was there. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just the way it is. It's kind of like that here now, where it's not really talked about, so it's kind of you forget about it, right?
I remember last year when we had a lot of guys that played down in America, like Ethan Phillips played at BU, and a lot of guys play in the States, and they come back here, and a couple questions were brought up about COVID, and they're like, I don't even. It's not a thing where I live. It's just it's when you bring it up here, I don't know how to answer it because I don't think about it.
That's the thing. I think it's just if it's talked about, right? And now it's just not really talked about, so you kind of forget about it. So it was kind of like when I was over there, and it was people from Canada would come visit. You'd see them kind of like go to a restaurant, it's just packed, or there's no separators or anything. Yeah. Like, oh, it's kind of weird, right? Yeah. But it's all what it is, right?
How did you celebrate by the announcement of the World Juniors coming to Halifax Moncton? Since you're a World Juniors guy yourself, what did you have a fist pump? Did you go out and celebrate? What did you do?
Oh, I thought it was. That's awesome. Like that tournament's so fun. So I think it's No, I was just excited to see. It's always great for Halifax to get events, especially like that. And I feel like Halifax is such a good city, and Moncton as well. Like World Juniors, kind of like right up their alley. You know, it's they really good junior hockey followings, and they've had success hosting it before. So
2003. What year were you in it?
I was 04 and 05.
Oh, you just missed Halifax.
Yeah, so it was the year after Halifax. Yeah.
Okay. And where was it when you were in it?
First one was in Helsinki.
Finland, yeah.
Yeah, and then North Dakota.
Okay.
So Helsinki, North Dakota. So yeah, just seeing that coming here, it's it's awesome. I mean, it's unreal. Hopefully we get some locals in there. It'd be nice.
Where are you going to be in December? You'll be over in England?
Yeah.
You'll be over there?
Over there, yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's tough to ask.
I was going to say they might want you to drop a puck or something in the
I don't
middle.
I don't know about that.
Wave to the crowd.
I don't know about that. But no, it'd be awesome to be like, I mean, for everybody here. I mean, those games, it's going to be awesome to take those in.
Yeah. When it came here in 2003, did you go to any games, or would you have been in Cape? Where would you have been?
So I was in, I was in Cape Breton.
But you still could have came. Some of the games were in Cape Breton, though.
Some of the games were in Cape Breton, but I believe, I can't remember how it went, but I think we went on like a road trip. You know, I think they probably just used the rink. Like,
oh yeah,
like probably. Like, I'm not sure what the Mooseheads are going to do when it's here, right? Like they might have a long road trip. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you know what? You know
how
what?
long's the tournament?
Almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
But you are right, because I remember the only reason I played for the Mooseheads was because of the World Juniors, because the best players go and they need to call the players up. So I remember, Marty Firk played for LA.
Yeah.
So all these guys kind of went.
Yeah.
And then I got called up. So you're right. So
were you on the road then? Did you play
we
on
were,
the road?
yeah. Now that you think about it, now that you mention it, but it doesn't matter because we played at home as well, because the World Juniors back then wasn't in Halifax, so we played everywhere.
Yeah.
But
okay.
When I got called up, you know what I mean? Like they were over in Europe somewhere. No.
Yeah.
But no, the season goes on while the World Juniors are going, because it's like 3 weeks.
Yeah, because you miss. I remember I used to miss. I missed quite a bit of games. Like you miss a good chunk of games if you end up going. I mean, which is fine, but yeah, I can't remember. Like I feel like when I was in Cape Breton, we went on, like we were on the road for quite a bit. Like I don't think I got a chance. Maybe I don't think I had the chance to see any. And then, but I think the playoff rounds were in Halifax anyways.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ovechkin won it.
Yeah, it was round robin in Cape Breton.
Yeah.
And then. So, yeah, I don't think I got to see any of it when it was down there.
When you won and you came back to Cape Breton and you had your medal and everything, did you get a standing O from the crowd? Like, did they announce it and stuff?
Oh, yeah, it was cool. Yeah, they had a little presentation and all that. And yeah, they were really, really good about it in Cape Breton. It was awesome, yeah.
We have a couple guys that have been on this podcast that are trying out for the World Juniors. I don't know if they're listening or not, but one piece of advice for them when you went into the process and the camps and things to crack a roster spot, what's one piece of advice for them to crack the squad, you think?
I mean, I think there's just so many good players. You kind of just have to do something, I guess, not different, but just stand out in some way, I guess, to get noticed, really, right? Because you're going into a camp like that, and you get the top guys in the country. And for me, when I went in, I didn't really have much pressure on me that much. It was, you walk in, everyone's a first round pick. I was a 7th round pick, so I was kind of like, wow, it's pretty cool to even get invited, and being from the Maritimes, there wasn't so many guys that had the chance before, really. So it was, I mean, my mindset was just kind of go have fun, enjoy it, and I mean, just try your best, and things obviously worked out in that respect, and then once you get on the team, you kind of, for me, I kind of had more of a defensive role, I guess, for the 2 years, and you just kind of got to be willing to do anything, really.
What was the one thing you did that you think you made you stand out and try out?
I don't know. The thing was, I mean, before through under 18s, I was doing, killing penalties and that type of thing. And in the tryouts, though, I was putting up some numbers, so it was going good. So I think even if a lot of it does come down to numbers and points, if you're good defensively, if you can show you have a little bit of offensive upside too, it helps a lot. So I think for me it was, I kind of got into the defensive role, but was producing during the tryouts to maybe get their eye too, right? So I mean, you always, especially if you're forward, you gotta try to get some numbers up there. But I think it was more just kind of like versatility, maybe, if you can move up and down the lineup, or play power, play penalty kill, whatever you have to kind of do. It always helps when you can do a bit of everything.
I always heard from the World Juniors team a character aspect is big, because there's a lot of guys who are first line guys on their junior team, and then some guys go to the major or the World Junior team and they're on the fourth line, and sometimes that can affect the ego. And apparently guys that just know how to like play in their own role really can benefit you making that team. That's just what I heard. Because think about it, you're a first line guy for whoever, and then you go and you get 2 minutes a game with the World Junior team. That sucks. But if you're able to hold it and have a positive mind frame about it, the coaching staff could see that. That's just what I hear.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like that, with any team, I guess. And if you're trying to make it, you just gotta kind of accept whatever role they give you, and just try to help the team win.
Awesome. So from now, how much time are we at?
48 minutes.
So from now until when do you head back?
It's gonna be like late August, or maybe into September.
So from now till late August, September, what's the plan for Steven Dixon?
Not much, buddy.
Yeah, you know exactly what. You know exactly.
Just like I said, there's a lot of weddings, bachelor. I'm going. Actually, Dennis Bonvie has his golf tournament there next week in Antigonish.
Wow.
So that'd be a good laugh. And then no, it's just the same. Just training, staying in shape. That's probably the hardest part as you get older. Your body definitely reacts a little different. So you got to put a little more time in that regard, and make sure you're ready to go when you get to camp, and hopefully find the love of golf back again after my couple bad rounds there, and get some rounds in around the city. But just spend time with friends and family be the most important thing, and enjoy being home.
Yeah, is there any nerves at all going into the new team over there, or do you know a lot of guys on the team?
A little bit, not so much though. Not so much. I think I'm more excited just to, it's going to be a little different. Even learning the coaching side. So I think that's something exciting. Hopefully it goes well.
Do you got a good lineup of suits for the coaching side? Is the suits mandatory
the thing. I'll
over
still
there?
Be playing though too, right? So I won't. It's not like it's weird.
So you got to explain this a little bit better. So you're going to be like in the middle of the bench coaching /
Well, that's the thing.
But in your gear.
Like I've had player coaches, but yeah, I think it'd just be different where you're during the game. You obviously have a head coach, right? Yeah. You probably have a head coach and an assistant, and I think you're just kind of there to learn, like they're kind of teaching you the coaching. But like I don't think I'll be like calling plays. But I have heard of teams like back in the day that have had like their head coach was also playing. So
is that a known thing to the media, or is that like a hidden thing?
No, I think
it's a known.
Probably known, yeah. I mean, this is way back though, but I heard like they'd come in like in between periods with their gear on, like writing on the board and stuff. But
Jackie Moon.
I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I think it's just more to learn the side of it. Maybe like run some skill sessions or do some video sessions, but. During the game, I think it's playing, and then away from the game, you'll be learning it a bit. That's what I gather, but
sweet.
We'll see.
You should dabble into the marketing side of things, like free corn dog night,
yeah.
wrestle a bear. Yeah. Just get the fans going over there. What are those things they eat over there with the hot dogs?
You'll be looking on Instagram. I'll be wrestling a bear in between periods.
If you wrestle a bear over there, I'll fly over there. You get everyone over there. Steve Dixon fights a bear at first intermission just to get the fans going.
That'd be something, wouldn't it? Funny.
Didn't you graduated? I know, like 2 years ago, you were in school.
Yeah.
So
I did my MBA when I was in I'd say my first 2 years I was working on it in Cardiff. So
Yeah.
I ended up graduating from there.
Oh, dude, congrats!
Yeah,
that's
thanks,
awesome.
Yeah. So we did the MBA there, and it was a great opportunity. Like, very fortunate to get that opportunity because it's, I'm obviously winding my career down. Like, I'll be 37 this year, so just to get the chance to do the schooling is a pretty big thing you don't think about when you're like 25, but as you get over 30, it's kind of like, you can only play for so long, so it's nice to have at least something, at least you have that piece of paper, and I mean, it's whether I'll use it or not or whatever happens, it still takes a little bit of pressure off thinking about like retiring and stuff. So yeah. But it was a lot of work. It was tough.
Was it?
Oh yeah, trying to play too was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You're like a student athlete again, but you're playing pro hockey.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a lot of travel, and they were actually very accommodating though, because I mean, we go, road trips and stuff like that, so you miss quite a bit of time, and so we'd get our stuff. A lot of stuff we'd get online, like the class we missed, the notes, and all that. And I had a couple buddies with me doing it, so it was good. We could work together.
Nice.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
I was gonna say they're sending you Instat like videos of your mistakes, and then they're sending you your test, like the mistakes on your test. You're like, what am I supposed to be looking at here?
Nothing's going right.
I didn't have my guy, and I didn't study either. Yeah, oh man,
nothing's going right. It was funny though. Like, dude, my two buddies was with me. We were, obviously the older ones in the class. So it was an experience. It was quite an experience.
100. Well, that's what life's about. Experiences.
Yeah.
You got them now.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. No, it was great though. It was a great opportunity. I think a lot of guys should think more into it when they're getting to the age to retire. Just looking more into, say, the school side or just kind of setting it up a bit, because once it's over, and then then you kind of scrambling on your feet a bit,
Yeah. I always thought guys in your position who have played and know the game and know the people within the game for a long period of time would always think about agencies. You ever think about that side and representing players and making sure they get paid?
I mean, that's definitely a side of the game where I think guys that have played for a while, I think you do see guys get into that, and I think it's good, especially when you get players, like I said, that have been around a while, and they kind of know what a good agent is or what isn't. Or
I'm sure you know what a good and bad agent is.
Well, I think a lot of it's just communication, right? It's as long as the guy just kind of tells you straight up the way it is. You just really need a guy to talk to and let you know, whether good or bad, what's going on. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing. And in Europe, Europe's a big part of its even how you get places is kind of on your agent, right? So it's, if you have a good agent, you can get from what I see, you can get quite a few more opportunities, and if maybe you but once again, like, just defines what is a good agent. Maybe the other guy's a better agent with not the same connections as this guy, right? I guess you say you got to be well connected, right?
Yeah.
Which I see, at least when I was coming up, when I was younger in Europe, a lot of it was who your agent was.
Well, I just remember we were at the Vancouver draft a couple years ago, and you were up there as well, and we were trying to get a hold of you, and you're like, "Oh, it's not tonight, boys. I'm going to dinner with like Armstrong, Colby. I got to go see Max Talbot tonight." And I remember just go, "This guy's connected." You just seemed like you had that whole connection with the pro hockey side of things. So when you came over, I was thinking of questions, and I was like, I'll ask him, see what he thinks about it.
Yeah, and like, Dennis Bonvie's a good buddy of mine. A lot of those guys are into the scouting side too, and just on the management side, and I guess when you're around hockey your whole life, like for me, it's kind of all you know, right?
Yeah.
And you know, there's good ways to use that after you're done for sure.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the cool thing doing the school. It was just so different. It was such like a, you know, take your mind off hockey really too, because during the run of the season, I mean, you've got a lot of downtime. You know, like you're at the rink maybe from 8 or 9 in the morning to say 1 o'clock latest. Then you got a whole day to fill too, right? So it's, I mean, a lot of time you're just kind of
Sauna gets old quick.
Well, you're just messing around. You're just like filling the day. But that's what I liked about doing the school is like, you know, get out of the rink, you're going to school, you're totally focused on that. And I mean, you're up all night doing homework or whatever you got to do. It was just a good break. It was just made you feel like you actually accomplished something that day instead of like leaving the rink, you know, you have a nap, go out for supper, like. So it was. I really enjoyed doing it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, well, whatever you decide to do after hockey, man, you're going to be successful at it. You're too good of a guy. You're too determined not to. I think at least. I think you'll figure it out.
I hope so. Yeah.
I think so. And you're willing to try. I think most people, like, if they got an opportunity to coach / player, they'd maybe be a little thrown off by it. But you're just embracing it. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go into a new organization and try it out.
Yeah,
I'm nervous for you. You don't seem nervous. Like you're just I'm going for it.
I mean, what's the worst can happen?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's you though. That's you.
That's the way I think. What's the worst that happen? You're not good. They say, okay, see you later. But we'll see how it goes.
That's awesome, dude. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show. You're the man. I always appreciate you giving me the time.
No, I love coming out.
Awesome. Sure. Are you're gonna be doing the Patty Hollett skates a lot this summer?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait probably a few weeks to get back on the ice.
Okay,
maybe like a month. So I think I know they stop a bit in the summer. You came out there a couple years when I was on.
That shot.
Years ago.
Yeah, that shot. You meet Timmy Boyce.
Tim Boyce, yeah.
You nailed the crossbar. Nailed it.
That was hilarious. What are the chances of that, too?
I wasn't surprised. I was like, oh, you won.
That was funny.
The ice was terrible too, and I couldn't because we just played for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Chopped up and just from the blue line snipe.
Yeah.
And there was a loud ding.
No, that was great. But yeah, no, I'll probably get back out in maybe a few weeks. I got to figure out when I have to go back again too, right? So try to time it with that. Maybe try to skate for like a month before I go back. So
I was gonna say you're a vet. You know when to get on the ice and when not to.
Yeah, like, I got to rest a bit now. Rest the body a bit.
Sauna.
Yeah, that's it.
Sauna,
loosen it up.
Loosen it up. Loosen it up.
That's it.
Get the liquids in you. The water, not the beer yet.
Yeah.
All right, everyone listening, thank you very much for tuning in. Dixon, once again, you're the man. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Awesome.
Enjoy the week. It's Monday. Have fun. Work hard. Get in the sauna. That's all I got to say. We're out. Peace.
Thanks.